very worried about. But you know, at the same time, when you take a step like this, you are confident. I don't let that worry rule me.
The naans are missing.
Yes, I know.
It's what I want to make for her.
I have a long way to go.
In Mississauga, Ontario, there's a big demand for potatoes. In fact, on an average day, Ancila Kamat and her cooks go through 500 pounds of them. Her cooking is famous throughout the area's huge Indo-Canadian community. For several years, she's been feeding hundreds of families, preparing complete home-cooked meals and then delivering them. In India, this is a middle-class tradition.
How I would look at it is, being an immigrant, you always miss home, right? So you would want to bring some part of your home over here.
Ancila was a lawyer in Bombay. When she came to Canada, she didn't even know how to cook. But she needed a job, so she started her own business.
I have clients who are there with me for 3 years. They've been eating my food day in and day out.
This is Ancila's family, her 2 boys, and her husband Gokul, an engineer. This is her loyal friend Armin, who has a marketing background. One day, Armin, Gokul, and Ancila cooked up the idea for a restaurant. Then they found this one, which was for sale. In just 4 weeks, and on just $100,000, Ancila will make it her very own.
It will be called Ancilas. I want to have a brand name. Shana, this is now ours.
Ancila's never run a restaurant before.
He hasn't cleaned it up much, has he?
No, I don't think so.
My greatest strength, my belief in myself, and my positive attitude.
What happened? Power's on? Main power must be on. Just check.
What's wrong with them?
The previous owner was supposed to leave the place in ship shape.
Oh, it smells of smoke.
Yeah.
Someone's been smoking in there. The floor is a health hazard in itself.
And pay his bills, too.
Urgent final notice.
Your hydro has been disconnected for non-payment. Date of disconnection on the 15th, like yesterday.
There are leaking pipes, filthy utensils, and even decomposing food. It's time for Ancila to call her lawyer.
It's absolutely a mess. They haven't even taken the garbage out. And even the lights are not on. Because if the health inspector comes and sees the restaurant how it is now, he's not going to pass it, for sure. If I say that I'm going to do something, Suman, I do it. So I expect the other person also.
With her limited budget, Ancila can only spruce up the place and make it more welcoming.
I didn't expect this. I didn't expect this at all.
On the home front, Gokul can take care of the kids because he just lost his job. They're using his severance and all of their savings, but they don't dare mortgage their home.
I am very worried about it. I am very worried about it. But you know, at the same time, when you take a step like this, you are confident. I don't let that worry rule me.
Aside from repainting everything and replacing the floor, Ancila doesn't have much of a design concept. But today, she has an inspiration.
So 2 elephants.
Elephants facing in Indian Feng Shui, Vashtu Shastra, 2 elephants facing the front door will always keep the bad elements away.
In Indian culture, elephants are the protectors of new work. Ancila figures she could use some of that. Ancila wants her elephants to be happy elephants. But these have no expressions on their face. These have a bad attitude.
It doesn't look very welcoming.
And these are crying.
My whole business is based on feedback. Customers don't go away.
In Mississauga, Ontario, Ancila Kamet, who's only run a home catering business before, may be in over her head.
It's absolutely a mess. They haven't even taken the garbage out. I didn't expect this. I didn't expect this at all.
It's 2 weeks to go. The lights are on, but this is the state of her kitchen.
Emotionally, I think we're all a little tense right now. The restaurant's coming along a little more slow than what we expected.
Ancila doesn't seem to be a priority for her contractors. Today, only the tile workers showed up. The electrician is nowhere in sight. Ancila's just found out he's only moonlighting here.
So they just come at night and they do the stuff over here.
Brief concept I worked out was...
This is a stepping stone to much more, so her graphics have to be top-notch.
This is actually the site concept. So the theme is Ancila is an Indian lady, and I just sort of used a painting as a background. Some chicken tikka right here, various Indian curries and dishes, someone enjoying some butter chicken and rice, and then just a little brief little text here about Ancila, the restaurant, and the catering of the restaurant, and specials, which would be free appetizer.
Do you like this color?
No.
Is this the star you had identified to go with your logo, or was it a smaller star with a point here?
Smaller, yes.
Much smaller.
It's okay.
Okay.
Ancila wants to bring chefs in from India, but she can't get them visas.
2 of them will be coming in from India, but the paperwork is taking some time. So I think it'll be a month and a half, 2 months before they come in.
Ancila needs professional help. Her delivery customers have a very limited choice. Now she has to prepare a full menu, a big step for someone who has no formal training and only recently began to cook.
Never entered the kitchen my mom's house, never entered the kitchen my husband's house. This is roast beef the Indian way. Either I'll read a recipe or I'll go to a restaurant and see something which is different, try and guess what flavors would be there in that, and then make accordingly. That's how I work.
In the meantime, she's got Lorenzo, a trained chef who has another full-time job. Her sister Jen is at her side as well.
This is cinnamon.
Cinnamon, cardamom, and pepper.
She's also enlisted her husband Gokul's cricket team. She's invited them to a feast later today where they'll be required to give her their most considered expert opinions.
My whole business is based on feedback. So my customers don't go away.
The cricket team will be evaluating the flavor and sophistication of Ancila's paneer jalfrezi, an Indian cheese simmered with fresh vegetables. Dal makhani, lentils simmered with cumin and ginger. And buna gosht, roast lamb Bengali style.
If you have a choice, then it goes with the chole.
So, you know, Ancila, if you see that way,
It's just not that warm. It probably could be a little less spicy,
It could be.
but yeah. Same thing, it has to be hot.
The naans are missing.
Yes, I know.
according to our Indian taste, it's too bland though, but I find it bland.
I'd rather eat my tandoori.
Everything about opening a restaurant is tougher than Ancila ever expected.
It's not an easy task. I have a long way to go.
It all comes back to Ancila.
Okay, how are we doing?
Every detail.
You help me?
And
Oh, it's not a business check, eh?
you need a business check?
Yeah, actually, I'm supposed to get a business check on it.
Okay, so I think I'll need. Are you going to be here for some time? Because my wife has to sign.
Actually, I gotta get out of here. I wish I could stay, but I've already been here about 20 minutes.
I
do
wish
have
you could
other
stay
calls.
longer. We could have treated you to some food.
No, it's okay. I don't have anywhere near that kind of time.
It's a good thing Ancila always wears her cross trainers, since Mr. Kitchen Supply delivery man can't be persuaded to stay for lunch.
It's a COD order, so I have to pick up the check before I can leave the order.
Ancila's 100-meter dash for a business check turns into a treasure hunt.
Where is it? Where is it?
Where's what?
As soon as he shows up, I'll take it out of the dolly and then I'll be on my merry little way.
In the meantime, another situation requiring Ancila's attention is developing. The guy with the new sign for the restaurant needs to pull up really close.
4.
Okay, we do 350 and done. And you're going to get my kitchen sparkling clean and everything.
You'll get it clean.
Okay.
In Mississauga, Ontario, Ancila Kamet is run off her feet trying to open her first restaurant.
I have a long way to go.
Opening night is in 48 hours. With the help of her friend Armin, who's working for free until the restaurant opens, and her husband Gokul, she's getting closer.
This has nothing to do with me. It's what I want to make for her. So that's, and it's always been there. When I've needed help, it'll come to me. So this is just, it's karma.
But Ancila needs more than karma right now.
Okay.
The electrician needs to know where the tables go, and there's no floor plan.
Do you want to start from there? Shouldn't the tables be a bit behind?
We can do that, but the trouble is it'll come halfway into the wall.
Okay, so we just put this one line and just make sure it is okay.
At least here, not there, but one more.
That way we are wasting space.
I mean, the ideal location for this is somewhere like this.
Okay, do you guys want me to go and get the liquor license?
They won't give it to you.
Oh, heck. All right, fine.
Mr. Electrician doesn't just have questions, he has bad news.
This power is, that's freezer running over there. That's running on this one here, which is not right. There's a plug hanging there that has to come off. There was a wire hanging right here, and they had a microwave plugged in here. I'm amazed. Why did like fire or some accident didn't happen?
Oh well, the china has finally arrived. And it's time for a little break.
Put the plate back. Okay, that's fine.
Would you like to have a cup of tea?
Because Ancila is about to go into high gear with the cleaner she wants to hire.
Be clean. I know it looks a bit messy now, but the thing is they were doing renovation there, so it's all dusty here. Okay, what is the estimate that you're looking at?
Estimate varies, to be frank.
See, it's not, I know it looks messy, okay, but it's not
we
greasy.
understand that. No, time is the factor and chemical.
But then if I'm going to clean everything, get all the rubbish out
But
for you and all that
does the
stuff.
cleaning mean here and the other side?
Yes, I would
It's
prefer that.
both sides?
Yes, because then it's only the floor. There's nothing
Okay,
else
yeah.
to be taken care of over there.
Same. 455.
What is 455? You're telling me the time?
Money. 450, 500.
Got to do better than that. Give me your best rate.
This is not about price. It's about the quality of work.
I haven't seen your quality of work, so for me,
Okay.
at the moment, it is price.
We'll stop at 4.
350, done.
4.
Okay, we do 350 and done. And you're going to get my kitchen sparkling clean and everything.
You'll get it clean.
Okay.
I think it's very difficult to say no to Ancila. It's just done in a very charming way, so she gets away with it.
In all of this, Ancila's been running her delivery service. She's hired cooks locally, but terrifyingly, she hasn't tested her kitchen yet. They can't do that until the premises are properly blessed.
Om Madhavaya Namaha, Om Rishikeshaya Namaha, Hasto Prakshalya.
Ancila is actually Christian. Armin is Farsi, only Gokul is Hindu. But they've all decided on a Hindu ceremony to bless their adventure.
Paya Pratibhyam Murdha Om Maha, Vasho Pavitramasi Shatadharam, Vasho Pavitramasi Sahasradharam, Deva Swaha Shavita.
But by morning, the glow wears off. Opening night is 8 hours away.
The gas, for some reason, this thing is switched, is gone off now. The pilot is not burning.
No gas, no opening.
Rather than getting angry, I would just make sure that, okay, this is what's wrong, chalk it down to experience, this is what I didn't follow through, and now I'll make sure that I'll get the thing done.
In Mississauga, Ontario, a force of nature named Ancila Kamet was on the verge of fulfilling her dream of her own restaurant.
450, 500.
Got to do better than that. Give me your best rate. The gas, for some reason, this thing is switched. It's gone off now. The pilot is not burning.
They were crushed because they couldn't open 2 days ago.
Anger is a useless emotion. So rather than getting angry, I would just make sure that, okay, this is what's wrong, chalk it down to experience, this is what I didn't follow through, and now I'll make sure that I'll get the thing done.
It's 2 days later, and they want to open in 9 hours, but the gas still isn't working.
People are coming by 6 o'clock. Please.
What's more, the plumbing is backed up because the grease trap is clogged, and the dishwasher is on the blink. But this is the story of the power of positive thinking.
We're gonna open on time.
Okay.
Gokul, on the other hand, can't make the debit machine work.
Invalid transaction.
He dispatches his deputy with an SOS.
Debit card.
With my debit card, I don't have a debit card, Papa. Papa has got an...
Can you come with a debit card?
Yeah, let me swipe it for you. Debit card, huh? Yeah. Processing. Invalid transaction.
The machine still doesn't work, but the gas man cometh. And the menus are arriving with the new logo. It seems there's some success in the kitchen, so it's time to get cooking. The meats to go into the tandoor have been marinating for hours. The cooks have blended the best of Ancila's recipes, begged, borrowed, and stolen over the years. And the ever-loyal Armin is making sure every last detail is perfect.
I just hope it goes well. We put in a lot of work.
It has been a rocky ride full of surprises. Over the month plus 2 days it's taken, Ancila has tackled her fears, a teeny budget, and bad luck.
All of us.
And she's made it.
And 3.
Ancila was afraid nobody would show up tonight. But in no time at all, her restaurant is full. From the clay oven comes shish kebab, minced beef with special herbs. Chicken tikka, marinated boneless chicken breasts. For the vegetarians, bindi do piazza, okra tossed in onions and mild spices.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And aloo gobi, cauliflower with onion potatoes, tomatoes, and spices.
Food was very good. Yeah, it's really good.
For the meat eaters, karahi gosht, wok-cooked goat with ginger, tomato, and coriander. And of course, butter chicken, chicken and tomato and cream.
And look at that, and smile. Look at the camera and smile.
Her dream.
Ariel.
Really good. Not greasy, not too spicy, just right.
This is only a beginning for Ancila, for she is planning her empire from coast to coast to coast. Find more at fineliving.com. Real information for real people.